There isn't a manual for being a great husband. Most of us are just trying to figure it out through trial and error. I know I am. I failed miserably the first time around, and I am so grateful that God gave me a second chance, a second marriage with a wonderful woman, and I want to make the best of it. But that doesn't mean I've arrived. I'm far from being a great husband, but I'm trying really hard. I recently finished reading the book What Radical Husbands Do, and surprisingly, it's not a list of things to fix your wife. It's ways to make me a better husband and honestly a better man. Today, I want to tell you 10 things I learned from the book, not because I've mastered them, but because I want you to succeed as a husband as well. We can grow together side by side, trying to be better men, better husbands, better fathers. My hope is that we can all just become a little bit better together. Way number 1, take ownership of your marriage. Stop waiting for your spouse to change. That's a losing strategy. Instead, let's ask ourselves, what can I do to make my marriage stronger? One thing I really, really believe is that it's our job, the husband, to set the temperature of the marriage. If we're calm, we're kind, we're forgiving, we're loving, it sets the tone for the whole house, for our wives, for our children. When I'm selfish, I'm grumpy, I'm moody, I'm emotionally absent, that becomes the atmosphere at my home. Somebody very famous would ask his wife daily, how can I be a better husband? How can I be a better father? How can I serve you? Imagine asking those questions every day. Imagine just getting 1% better every week, and that compounding week after week. That can be how great marriages are built. Number 2, love is demonstrated through actions, not intentions. Our wives don't experience love just because we feel it. She experiences it through what we do consistently. Love is visible. Sometimes that means doing the dishes after a long day of work when we don't feel like it. Sometimes it's straightening up the couch and folding the blankets and putting the pillows back in place at the end of the night so she doesn't wake up to a messy living room. Sometimes it's just us putting her phone down, making eye contact, and having a conversation. The point is simple. Love her the way she receives love, not what's most convenient for us. Number 3, we need to drop our expectations. So much disappointment comes when we think that our spouse thinks exactly like we do. She won't, and neither will you. We all want grace when we mess up, so why are we so slow to give it sometimes? Instead of keeping score in the marriage, let's show some gratitude. Instead of demanding perfection, let's give patience. Let's love our wives for who they are and not what we wish they would become. Point number 4, let's create an environment of acceptance. People grow when they feel safe. This one really convicted me. I use sarcasm way too much. My wife doesn't appreciate it. I grew up getting really defensive. Neither of these habits make my wife feel loved. Sarcasm isn't always bad, especially when you're around the guys, but it shouldn't be coming at our wife's expense. it's probably costing us more than any humor it's giving. And instead of getting defensive, let's ask, is there any truth to what she's telling us? Even if it's only 10%. Gratitude, encouragement, and grace are going to change the atmosphere in our homes way more than sarcasm or defensiveness. Number 5, let's care about what our wives care about. One of my favorite ideas from this book, love what she loves. Let's get to know the hobbies she loves and love them. Let's love her family members and her friends the way she loves them. This doesn't mean pretending to enjoy every little hobby or every TV show or those toxic friends she shouldn't have in her life. I mean caring because she cares. I don't love everything my wife loves, but I do love seeing my wife happy. And seeing her happy brings me a lot of joy. And here's what's funny. When I invest in loving things that she loves, I start to love them. And then we have things in common. And we can have fun together. We can watch a TV show that she loves. And I can laugh and she can laugh. And we can have a good time. And it fills up her cup. And she's happy. And that makes me really, really happy. Number 6, let's listen to understand and not to solve. This one can be really hard for me because I'm a fixer. Here's the problem. When I hear something, my brain immediately starts trying to figure out how to fix it. Sometimes my wife just wants me to listen and say, wow, that sounds really hard. Not, hey, you should do this instead. Or, hey, you should tell them whatever. She's asking to feel understood. Sometimes the most loving thing we can say isn't, hey, here's how you should fix it, but just, that sounds really hard. We're at number 7. Learn to lose arguments. Winning an argument does not mean you're winning in marriage. If your wife walks away feeling unloved, nobody won. Sometimes love means apologizing first. Sometimes it means just not getting in the last word. Sometimes it means admitting, you know what? I was wrong. Your marriage, our marriages, are more important than our egos. Okay, we're at number 8. Let's lead through service, not control. Leadership, the right leadership, is not about having power. It's about sacrifice. Ask yourself, how can I make my wife flourish? How can I be her biggest fan? How can I celebrate her wins, support her dreams? Our jobs are not to compete with our wives. It's to champion them. All right, we're at number 9. Know her dreams and help make them happen. Your wife, our wives, are more than just a wife. They're more than just a mother or a stepmother. They have dreams. They have goals. They have passions. Let's ask our wives what they are. And then let's remove all the obstacles that get in their way of achieving their dreams and their passions. One of the greatest gifts we can give as husbands is believing in our wives before they believe in themselves. We're at number 10. Last, but certainly not least, our marriages require intentionality. Great marriages don't happen on accident. They happen on purpose. I heard a story of a particular couple in my community, they go on a little retreat at the beginning of the year in January and talk about all their goals and all their aspirations that they're going to achieve that year so that they're aligned and on the same page and they can be working towards the same goals. How cool is that? They're not waiting for things to be broken. They're being proactive. They're intentionally investing in their marriage before it breaks. Our marriages are a lot like our physical health. If we're not intentionally strengthening it, we're probably working backwards. Hope isn't a strategy. We need to be working on our marriages. Again, so a lot of the things I mentioned come from the book, What Radical Husbands Do. And like I said, I've already applied a lot of the things, but I still have a ton of room to grow. I'm going to recommend this book to you. I'm going to have a link in the description below. It's a super easy read. It's a super easy listen on Audible. It is very, very challenging for our egos, but I promise you, if you apply what's in this book, your marriage will flourish. If I had to summarize the book in one sentence, it would be this: a great husband takes responsibility for creating an environment where his wife feels deeply loved, emotionally safe, and genuinely valued. Instead of asking, "Is this the spouse I want?" ask, "Are we the husbands that they deserve?" That question has challenged me more than anything else in the book. If you made it this far, thank you so much for spending this time with me. I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing in this video that challenged you? And what's something that you do in your marriage that helps it flourish? Please leave it in the comments below. I'd love to start a dialogue with you, hear from you, learn from you. We can learn from each other. And if this conversation encouraged you, please consider subscribing to my new channel. This channel is not about pretending we have life figured out. It's about becoming better husbands, better fathers, better men. Because there isn't a perfect manual for any of that. But together, I think we can build a better one.